Evening, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to call to order the Village of Roscoe Board meeting. It's Tuesday, September 3rd at 6:30. Shall we stand, pledge allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Babcock,
Here.
Malco,
Here.
Petty, here, Simon,
Here.
Wright,
Here.
Gustafson.
Present. May I have a motion to approve the minutes from our August 20th, 2024 meeting?
I'd like to lay that over until the next meeting, so we all have a chance to read them. Have we all read them? I didn't find them even at 4:30.
There's a motion. Is there a second?
Oh, to lay it over?
Yes.
That's okay. If you need time, so we can.
Well, I need a second on the motion.
Second.
Okay. Calling the vote.
Babcock,
Yes.
Malco,
Yes.
Petty,
Yes,
Simon,
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
Okay. Minutes laid over till the next meeting. Public comment. Is there any public comment at this time? And if you choose not to make public comment at this time, there will be another opportunity at the end of the meeting. If you choose to address the board, all you have to do is stand, state your name clearly for the clerk and your comments.
Good evening.
Good
My name
evening.
is Vern Banger. I represent the owners of Bigfoot Homes across the street. I want to thank all of you for your service. We appreciate your efforts to make Roscoe a better place to live. I was here in these offices last week to conduct some business not related to this and noted all of the architectural drawings in the lobby. They had not been there the previous week. And in reviewing them, I noticed that one of our triplexes over on the corner of Main Street and Presley Place was scheduled for raising according to your long-term plan. This was the first time I had even got a clue that Main Street project was even being considered. In its place would be a commercial building on the ground floor and then multiple residences currently above that on the second and higher stories. In front of the rest of the building over here, there was a multi-unit condo that was going to be put up with, you know what the description, just the drawing. The name of the project, Main Street Project, prompted me to drive Main Street from Donald Street up to Henry's Road. And certainly there's a lot of need for improvement on that stretch. Vacant lots, old homes that are not well maintained, landscaping that is absent, poorly maintained landscaping. There's a lot, admittedly, a lot of things to be done to improve the initial impression that people have when they approach Roscoe from either direction. The highlights were this area, including our property. At this church, I think they've done a great job in maintaining their building and landscaping and involving the community and their outreaches. At the north end of Main Street by the bank and so forth. It also prompted me to talk to other people about if they knew anything about this proposed project. Nobody did. And being a property owner, I was really quite surprised that coming to a discussion before the board and property owners aren't even notified by letter or any other means of communication that topic of this report is going to be on the agenda. I had the opportunity to talk to Joyce Lamont. She's a 70-year resident of this area, and a current resident and a former village board member. She took it upon herself to kind of investigate what was going on and did a list of the businesses in this area and the amenities that serve the residents that live here. And she's within a 2 mile radius, there's nothing lacking. So it wasn't like you had to put a commercial space to attract new tenants. We've certainly put a lot of investments into maintaining our property, and I'm just quite curious as to where this is all going. My idea of the area is that, and we've been involved here for the last 20 years. My idea is that Roscoe wants to maintain a quaint, welcoming community atmosphere. And what's proposed certainly doesn't seem to accomplish that. It seems to accomplish more simplification of this village. And I really don't think that's what you want to accomplish. So that's my impression and comments based on what I saw displayed in your lobby here. And I'd be very curious to get some response from any of you regarding where this plan is going and where it is and how it came about. Thank you.
First, I wish to thank you for what you do across the street. It looks very nice. A planter and all of those things that you've done. And rest assured, there is no plan to eliminate your properties. This was just a broad conceptual, hey, let's start talking about what certain things can be. So I would really like you to come in and we can have a larger conversation about these concepts. And we can lay out for you the many meetings we've had, how we have broadcast them for our website and through other means to acquaint people with this process. So it's not been something that happened out of the blue, but it's a much longer conversation, and I would really like to sit down with you anytime next week, drop in, let me know in advance, and talk about all of these things and answer your questions. But rest assured, we welcome you, we welcome your apartments, you do a great job in what you do there, and they're not going anywhere.
Thank you. I appreciate those comments. And talking to the people I've talked to and our tenants, I get remarks back like classy and attractive and an asset to the community, and that's what we want.
Yes, so,
Took me by
and-
surprise it.
now, as I said,
Direction.
this is just what might happen over 50 years. It's a transitional, it's a talking point, it's taking a look at a multitude of things. So let's have a longer conversation sometime. And as I said, I invite you in to do that. I look forward to it. So give me a call and we'll set up a time.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Is there anyone else who wishes to make a public comment at this time? All right, going on to the president's report, it's my extreme pleasure this evening to introduce to you Anthony Torado, and Chief Hawley here is going to explain our cause of celebration.
Officer Anthony Torado, he's from the Rockford area. He was officially sworn in on May 2nd of this year. And he attended Sauk Valley Community College Police Academy for 4 months. Sauk Valley, I believe it was the 5th academy that he graduated from. He graduated from there on August 22nd and has begun his field training for the next 3 months. So welcome aboard. So. And raise your right hand. Repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Anthony Trump,
Do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois.
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois.
I will faithfully discharge my duties as a police officer
I will faithfully discharge my duties as a police officer,
of the Police Department of the Village of Roscoe,
Police Department of the Village of Roscoe,
Winnebago County,
Winnebago County,
Illinois, according to the best of my ability.
Illinois, according to the best of my ability.
And so you have one opinion.
Yeah.
Broadband, just right through. Congratulations.
We're gonna just take a few minutes, if anybody wants to, well, take a photo with him. We'll take the picture, so.
Yeah. Let's go. You know.
You get somebody in here? Do you want to get in there?
Oh, yeah, I was gonna wait for you guys.
That's good. This is his other mom, I think, years ago.
Yeah.
Need help, need.
Oh, wow. Go, next week.
Let me get something.
You're fine. No worries, you're fine.
Oh, yeah, you bet. Take a picture with me. She gonna take a picture of me, can I get one? Yeah, right here. You better than Wanda. Gotcha.
Yes.
Oh, we need to get it fixed now.
No, go ahead.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Oh. Tell me, gotta get. Oh, why not? We'll get everybody in. Get in there. Oh, yeah.
You want the person?
We may need, we may need.
So we're just waiting.
Oh, you gotta get in there. Oh, that's a nice.
I have one, just one minute. I'm gonna do this time up here.
Hold on 1 minute.
Got it? Yeah. I'm sorry.
Come on, baby. It's okay.
We can take pictures outside.
And he's actually. He's gonna take you.
Okay, so you can see them. Okay, perfect, okay. We're gonna get one when they're done.
They try to.
Do you want me to?
Yeah.
Do you want me to take it?
And yeah, still,
Anyone take it?
can't get all the time.
Anyone take it?
I don't know, so. My goodness.
Somebody pinch more.
Congratulations.
All right.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, if you want to talk to him. Yes. Go back tomorrow.
First, I'm gonna put them all on active page.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where you been, babe?
Okay, perfect. Perfect.
Get down,
I was
that's
gonna try to do more, we can still work, we get it.
Yeah.
Martin and I work together a long time.
Yeah.
I think last year, so when you get about.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Critical yourself. That's the problem, yeah, I know.
What happened?
Ready to We're ready to resume?
Going outside. Yeah, better get her. Now this goes. Stay in bed, I'm going inside. You gonna leave some for Amber?
Okay, continuing with President's report. All of you received a memo identifying times to line up for Fall Festival Parade. And just for your general information, if are walking or riding, we have slot number 2 behind the chief of police and the fire chief. So William Babcock will be using his automobile. If it rains, we'll be using one of the RAV4s that we currently have. And candy, bring your candy. William will store it someplace or we'll figure it out. So there's lots of candy to go around. Also, under my report, I want to take a few minutes to read to you a letter I received from Vicki Wilson. Dear Mrs. Gustafson, I wanted to bring something to your attention. I have dealt with Mr. Troy Taylor, Director of the Public Works Department. There was a problem with a lot of water on the walking path under Highway 251. The path was completely underwater. I know that we had a very wet spring. First, he was very pleasant to deal with. He listened to my concerns and didn't try to diminish them, even though they may have been low priority for him. Secondly, he looked into the issue and addressed what was needed to be done. He allocated the funds and the people to address the issue. Once the weather was cooperative, he had people working on the issue. They did a great job. Because I walk my dog every day, I've had the opportunity to talk to some of the workers in the Public Works Department. They are all very nice and responsive. I've lived in several communities. None of them has been as good as Roscoe. When it's needed, they get the plowing started right away. The area does not have a lot of litter. Majority of the people are very nice. I really want to commend you on such a nice community and especially the entire Public Works Department. They are a great team. And Troy, I wish to give this to you so you can share it with your team members tomorrow. And let's give a round of applause. We don't get many letters like that, so we are very appreciative that Mrs. Wilson took the time to share her thoughts, and it was very nice to do that. Okay, going on, cash report and bills. Draw your attention to the cash report for this evening. You will see that we have expenditures totaling $416,311.08. There are no motor fuel expenditures this time. So notice that the balance after the expenditures, checking account or operating expenses, $8,163,506.09. And in the motor fuel fund, $1,522,192.96. Going on to bills, is there a motion to pay the bills?
Second.
Any questions, comments? All right, hearing none, calling for the vote, please.
Right,
Yes.
Simon,
Yes.
Eddie,
Yes.
Malcolm,
Yes.
Babcock.
Yes.
Consent agenda. I will just read these so they get into the minutes and then we take them as a group. Since these were discussed at committee of the whole. Item number 6, approval of conference expenses for Chief Hawley to attend the new chief's police orientation. Coming in at $132. Secondly, approving this special event permit for State Line Disc Golf Association for the out of bounds disc golf tournament to be held at Porter Park on November 2nd, 2024. And third, approval of Jeff Galangis's attendance at the Illinois Municipal League Annual Conference, September 19th to 21. Estimated expenses of $1,400. Is there a motion to approve these 3 items?
So moved.
Right.
Vote please.
Babcock,
Yes.
Teddy, yes, Wright,
Yes.
Simon,
Yes.
Malaco.
Yes.
Item 9. May have a motion to suspend the rules and make resolution 2024 R35 a final vote.
So moved.
Second.
Teddy,
Yes.
Simon,
Yes.
Malaco.
Yes.
Babcock,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
May I have a motion to approve resolution 2024 R35, resolution authorizing the purchase of 3 market huts from Country Barns not to exceed $5,319. Is there a motion?
So moved. Second.
As you noted, first is outside in our parking lot. The additional 3 will be constructed. There was a discount in the price for the multitude of units, or the additional 3 units. And these will be some of the units, these will be some of the venues that will be used for retail sales during our Christmas event and at any other events to the tail than that.
Planning purposes, how many will we have? 4,
For
4.
and then that plastic one also.
So 5 technically. Okay.
As long as we separate them because we don't want that one to be an inferior experience.
Okay.
And I know you were going to arrange some tents too, so there'll be 5 of those.
Where's their home gonna be?
Public Works will be able to.
Back by the salt shed or somewhere?
Yes. We have a motion and a second. Any other questions? All in the vote, please.
Simon,
It's funny.
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Teddy,
Yes.
Malaco,
Yes.
Babcock.
Yes.
Item 10, may I have a motion to suspend the rules for resolution 2024 R36 and make this final vote?
So moved. Second.
Malaco,
Yes.
Teddy,
Yes.
Babcock,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Simon.
Yes.
Thank you. May I have a motion to approve resolution 2024 R36, authorizing an agreement with Norwest Construction for the completion of road repairs on Deer Crossing for the quoted amount of $22,800.
This is for that drainage, right?
We get a motion, if we get a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Yes, this is for the area where the water had continued to puddle. And Brandon, do you want to quickly explain the fix and why it's time that we do this?
Yep, so we have standing water on the pavement. This was really not, we didn't know that it was an issue until after we had paved the new road. After talking to the contractor, Norwest Construction, and then also Rock Road, who actually paved the project, we think that the standing water wasn't really evident because of the deteriorated pavement next to the curb. Was like, the water was likely actually leaking through those cracks in the gap between the curb and the pavement. So it's very hard to see flat or slightly pitched curb unless you do survey on it. After we contacted Norwest Construction because this is right in their wheelhouse. They have concrete crews and they have asphalt crews. So what we asked for is a quote to actually replace the curb and adjust the grades to get positive flow all the way down the hill to a curb cut just on the other side of the driveway of the home there on the corner. That will also require a pavement patch, and there's two options that we could have done. We could have done just a standard 2-foot patch next to the curb, where more than likely it would be a fairly steep slope meeting the new curb elevations. And then you'd have a new seam in the roadway, which would probably prematurely fail earlier than the surrounding pavement. The other option was actually doing a full lane width pavement replacement to meet the existing seam of the road, that Rock Road paved, and not have it, try to limit the amount of new seams that we're going to have. So Norwest went out there, they provided us with a quote. They contacted me stating that they had a few weeks of downtime in their schedule and said that they could submit a quote at a premium rate. In comparison, if you guys recall, we did some curb replacement as part of this project as a change order through Rock Road. Using their numbers that they submitted, this same project would have exceeded $30,000. And that's without any additional mobilization costs, which they would have to mobilize 4 different contractors in order to do the same scope of work. So we felt like this was we feel like it's a competitive quote. It can get done in a timely manner. What I was told is that they will be out there to start this work this week, assuming that it gets approved. And then we will have the standing water area fixed.
Thank you. And so we have, any other questions? Okay. We have a motion and a second.
Right,
Yes.
Sima,
Yes.
Petty,
Yes.
Babcock,
Yes.
Malco.
Yes.
Item 11, may I have a motion to suspend the rules and make resolution 2024 R37 a final vote?
So. Second.
Petty,
Yes.
Babcock,
Yes.
right,
Yes.
Malco,
Yes.
Sima.
Yes.
May I have a motion to approve resolution 2024 R37, entering into an agreement with Place Foundry to provide the design and owner's representative services for the construction of Village's Main Street Business Incubator Project.
So moved. Second.
Now, if you looked at the scope of work, this is inclusive of all designing, engineering, everything from the get-go, as well as representing the village and project manager, I guess is what you would refer to it as, from beginning to end, so that we can get this project underway and get the first 5 of the concrete pads in place by October, hopefully, because the high school is beginning the construction of 5 of these units, and they will be able to move them and put them in place, and the finishing touches put on them whenever they get around to it. So everything is coming together for this,
$97,930 is right.
inclusive of everything, all of those design costs, every feature of every design, from mechanical to electrical to there's some plumbing also that needs to be done, site design, landscaping, overseeing the project, everything.
And this gets us moving for the high school then?
Yes.
We're gonna eliminate the incubator, you may call it something else.
Pop-up markets, you like that better?
Well, I thought that's what Sydney was talking about.
He was.
Change.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so Main Street pop-up markets,
That's what it was.
I think he was emphasizing, let's
Okay.
not call it incubator.
so.
Is there a timeline, excuse me, go ahead.
Do we have to amend this in any way to refer to pop-up markets or just in the future?
Yeah.
Just know
Just how
that.
we're
Okay. Any questions?
Is there a timeline as to start and finish for this project?
The whole thing, yeah. Hopefully the entire project would be up and running, all units by next 2025, we'll say this summer, 2025. End of the summer, probably fall, because there's a lot of land work that would also need to be done regarding the low impact park area, parking lot, all of that. Main focus is to get the pads and get the structures up and go from there, weather depending. So it's been kind of driven by schedule of the high school's construction trades class. So once we get underway, I'm sure we'll have more concrete time.
I noticed in the contract it mentioned architectural design. Is that how much did we get out of Batavia? Is this an overlap of,
They reworked that one. They have to create it where it can be stamped by them, but yeah, that was the basic plan we got for Batavia, and they
Right.
adjusted it, they eventually sort of modified it to be directly tied into the ground as opposed to on the pallets. Batavia's make it portable, and they also were all the details of this, we're also gonna be segmenting the roof so it can be built in panels. And they'll be attached together, so that's part of it as well.
okay,
So you can build all those in the shop there. So yeah, the general plans were from Batavia, but we do have, they've sort of modified them, reworked them to
Okay.
where they're
I wanna make
sites.
sure they just weren't putting a thumbprint on
No,
something.
Oh, no.
and you'll also be able to design.
A lot of,
That's-
a lot of tweaking that was back and forth between Jason
Yep.
as well as Mr. Anderson.
Okay,
at-
oh, cool,
In
good.
order
Some of the
to,
changes were based on his.
right, the recommendations as to what the kids could do,
Oh, okay.
what was portable,
Dr. James,
what
okay,
could be assembled. And then the other design feature here will be our separate restroom facility that has to be designed, as well as the playground and the walking paths and the parking lot. So it's just not building
oh, yeah,
design, it's a comprehensive. Right,
sounds good.
exciting.
Are we moving the subdivision sign or rebuilding it, or I don't see it in the plan, so I was just curious where that.
I think we're gonna move to Chicory Ridge.
No. Good, should. Good question.
I don't know about that, but I'm just curious, I didn't see it in the plans here, where it's going.
As we get into the actual design portion at this point now, we'll figure out where the other goes.
Do you know, we're gonna rebuild it, or we're gonna try and do one of our newer ones?
I don't know the answer.
We don't know, except some of the designs did keep the tree there and.
I see the
that-
tree, I was gonna ask about that, I
Yeah.
did like you left the tree.
So,
That one on the lot.
Yeah.
all by itself.
Well, there's a bunch of new ones, but
Yeah.
yeah, that one's
Well,
an
the
established
the
tree.
focus was likely to try to get this so that the kids had a spot on which they could set their work as we go forward. Any other questions? All right, we have a motion and a second.
Babcock,
Yes.
Falco,
Yes,
Petty,
Yes,
Simon,
Yes.
right.
Yes,
Are there any questions and reports? Any others that the staff are to address this evening?
when did we decide to switch up the cars?
I think
Six
over here, yeah, I think about 8 months ago.
I just
When
remember
is
talking
this?
about, but
Yeah,
I'm getting older.
I
couldn't
think
forget.
about, yeah, so we're on that cycle, so we meet with, the way it works is we meet with Enterprise, they go over, here's all the new cars coming out, here's the timelines coming out for them. There are 8 month legs in there, and they also give us, okay, here's what the resale value is on these different types of vehicles and different incentives on it, and so we say, here's, the ones that look like they're gonna be the best for the village, for the next cycle through.
I just remember they used to come to the board, and
Yeah.
I didn't remember having that meeting, but I didn't think I missed that.
This is just a rotation.
Yeah,
So we just sent back the white one. The truck is still at.
The truck's
Public
still-
Works. We're still keeping that for a little while longer.
Yeah.
But then
And we
we got
bought that.
two.
didn't
bought this.
we're by all of them, I think that one's paid.
we? Well, that's what you
Paid in
told,
full.
Yeah.
the black one is paid, then we own it.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
That's the vehicle used by the latest public works employee.
That's why actually used by Troy,
Oh,
and then Troy's vehicle, which is more of a work truck, that moved to the new primary headquarters.
rotation.
Two new ones, so we picked up two new ones, one for code enforcement, one for
And then
village,
Yeah, village generally, yeah,
and they're gonna be housed here.
right there,
Yes.
yeah. And all logos on.
That's- I wanted to make sure whatever we had, women could step into and drive. Instead of needing a step ladder. into a truck.
I think I saw you're getting them logoed, right? Because
Yes,
we don't want anything without logos. in it.
No, they'll be,
that is true. We don't. Want to advertise,
yes,
we are.
they'll both be
Be
loaded
proud.
the same, but one will be essentially will be code enforcement only, and it'll be more exclusively, another one will just be what we use to go pick up stuff, and go around the village or inspections or whatever else.
That's all I had. Thank you.
Public comment? Hearing none? No need for executive session. Is there a motion to adjourn? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Meeting adjourned at 7:06 p.m. Thank you. Going into committee of the whole.
Mhm.